Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a different video for you guys, and as you can see, I am on my last week of being pregnant. I'm about to pop, I'm about to explode. I'm 39 weeks. Hopefully by next week I'm supposed to be giving birth and having my son. But for now, I'm just like waiting, seeing what happens, feeling the contractions, feeling some contractions, counting it, making sure that my water don't break or nothing like that. So this is like the period of being pregnant that's like, okay, I'm ready for this to be over with. I'm ready for this to be done. Like the anxious part, the anxiety part. Like, I'm feeling very anxious, very like, come on, like, let's do this. Like, come out already. So hopefully it won't be too long until I have to give birth. But today I'm going to be talking about my experience being pregnant, like how it's been for me as a first time mom, first time person being pregnant, my experience, how I felt through the first trimester, second trimester, and third trimester. So first I'm going to be talking about the first trimester. Everyone knows, for the most part, everyone experiences nausea. Like, the nausea was so bad. I hate throwing up, so that was literally the worst part for me. Like, I'm rating the first trimester negative 5 out of 10. Obviously it's something nice because it's like you find out you're pregnant, you're like, wow, you get happy, you get excited, going to the first appointment, seeing the first little ultrasound that the baby's like this little. It's nice, it's cute, it's sweet and all, until you start throwing up, until you start feeling dizzy, you get headaches. I experience a lot of headaches, but of course everyone is different. Every pregnancy is different, but for majority, everyone experiences nausea. It's just something that happens. So I have my notes here, so that's what I'm looking at. So yes, something else that I have experienced is mood swings in the first trimester. Like, all of a sudden I got crazy. Like, everything that my boyfriend did bothered me. Not everything, but like, we had more arguments and stuff because I was just very snappy and I didn't care, and I was just like, you could feel your hormones, like you feel like a teenager again. When you're a teenager, you just be mad for no reason. Well, that's how I felt in the first trimester. And you get a lot of like, food is not the same no more. Food changes for you. You're just like, ugh, like, I don't like this no more, I don't like that no more. And then you realize some stuff that you do like, and everything makes you want to fucking throw up. Like, not everything, but a majority of stuff makes you throw up, and you lose a lot of pounds. Like, when I first found out I was pregnant, I was like 120. Then when I started throwing up and stuff, I got down to like 116. So I lost a couple of pounds from throwing up and stuff, but I was eating, but like, you throw almost everything up. So that's the negative side effect of first trimester. That's why that was my least favorite part, to be honest with you. So now the second trimester. Second trimester is when you start feeling pelvic pressure. Everything is just like you start feeling like, wow, it's getting heavy. Your belly gets bigger, and you're just like, wow, your skin. Something good about the second trimester is that your skin gets like glowy. At least mine did. My hair started growing. Of course, like, when you're in your second trimester, it's been about like at least 3 months you've been taking the vitamins too, and those vitamins, the prenatal vitamins, help you a lot. So I was just like, wow, like, actually, bitch, this is not too bad. Like, I'm looking good, I'm feeling good. That was my favorite trimester for sure, second trimester, because you also get to see the gender reveal. You get to feel the baby's first kicks. Like, you really start feeling like you're pregnant. You don't feel like you're sick no more. Like, you feel, some people literally get sick the whole time. That's why I don't want to be like, oh, this is amazing, and then someone else's experience is different. This is just my experience. So don't hate the messenger. But yeah, second trimester, you start discovering new foods, that you like. You can finally, like, you stop throwing up and stuff, and you finally like, I'm eating. You start gaining weight. Like, now I'm at the end of I'm in the third trimester, and I went from the beginning, I was 116. Now I'm 160, bitch. Like, what the fuck happened? Like, But of course it's because your boobs start getting milk. The second trimester is when I start seeing like stuff coming out of my boobs and my boobs changing. So be aware of that. Your face like starts changing a little bit, but you don't really see it until the third trimester. And yeah, like, it's really just you start feeling the pelvic pain at the end of the second trimester, you're just like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? Like, it starts feeling real. And when I first experienced pelvic pain, I was like, I'm gonna be like this the whole time, but I promise you it gets better. Like, you get used to it, you know? You get used to it. And it just gets worse because the baby gets heavier. But, you know, it comes to the point where it's just like, okay, this is how it is. And you really realize that you gotta take stuff slowly. Like, you gotta get up slowly. You gotta put your shoes on slowly. You know, you gotta walk slowly. Like, you know, just taking care of yourself, taking care of the baby. So third trimester, which is what I am in now, so I can really speak on this because it's like, this is what I'm experiencing right now at this present moment. Pelvic pressure, like that's, that's the part that's like, wow, you know, because you want to flip at night and it's like, you're like, like it can be very painful. Flipping, very uncomfortable. It's not painful, but it's more uncomfortable, you know, and I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, if you're pregnant, if you, especially when you're in the beginning of the pregnancy, you're like, oh, it's not bad. Like, girl, get ready. But obviously, you know, everything, all of this is just temporary stuff. You know, it's going to go away. And of course, it's worth it. You're going to see your baby. And, you know, all that stuff is not really going to matter, you know. Lightning crotch is like when you get up and, or you're walking and all of a sudden you feel like a pain. It's like literally like lightning going up your coochie and you're like, whoa, like what was that? Like, it's just a reminder like to take things slowly, you know, get up slowly, do everything slowly because it's a lot of pressure down there. And especially if you're a first time mom, first time pregnancy, like your body's just like, what the fuck, you know? So dizziness, if you get up too fast, you get dizzy. If you don't eat, you get dizzy. So it's very important to eat, very important to, you know, like I said, just taking care of yourself. That's the big thing of the third trimester. And of course, being pregnant in general. Contractions. So I really didn't know how a contraction was going to feel, but it's literally like what the word is, contract. Like, you know, your stomach is contracting, it gets tight. You know when you're having a contraction because your stomach gets tight. And then you start feeling underneath your belly like cramping, and then it goes to your back, and then you're just like, whoa, you know, and it feels like you just want to be like in one place. You want to be like this. It's like like cuddled up, you know. You also like don't want to do anything. You just want to lay down. That's the most comfortable position to be in, is laying down and just resting, you know, while you're going through those contractions. But if it's been like, you know, an hour, 2 hours and you've been having contractions, like that's a sign you should go to the hospital because it should only be like 1 or 2, you know. Like, that's like normal. And there's something that's called Braxton Hicks or whatever. It just feels like an uncomfortableness that you feel, a sensation underneath your belly, you know. You can't, for me, I couldn't really tell the difference, you know. Like, you know the difference between a contraction and Braxton Hicks. But when you feel Braxton Hicks, at least for me, I didn't even feel like I had it. Because it's just like, I feel like this all the time. You know, like I'm feeling this pressure all the time. I'm feeling this soreness all the time. So, I couldn't really like tell the difference, to be honest. You start walking funny, like, you know, I walk like this from side to side because it's the most comfortable, you know. You're big, like you get big. And the baby, like when the baby moves, it's a lot more intense. Like it's like whoa, whoa, but it feels very nice. It's like you know, so that's nothing that I complain about, but for a lot of people it's very uncomfortable, you know, while they're sleeping, or the baby like goes up your rib a little bit, and you know, it could be uncomfortable. But honestly, that's something that I enjoy because it's like, oh, I love feeling him move. I don't feel uncomfortable or nothing like that. It's like the best part of being pregnant, feeling the baby move, you know. Hungry. I'm hungry all the time, you know. Lots of hunger. You feel like you want to eat everything. You can eat everything. But obviously, I try to control all of that because I'm like, okay, you know, like, or at least if I eat something, like, try to eat something healthy. Like, if I feel like eating a lot, then I'll make a lot of salad and I'll eat a lot of salad, or a lot of chicken, a lot of protein, you know, not too much carbs and stuff like that. Because obviously, if it does damage to you, it can do damage to the baby. So that's some stuff that I try to prevent in my diet. Stay healthy, keep the baby healthy, you know. I've been drinking this tea. It's called raspberry tea, raspberry leaf tea. And a lot of pregnant women know that if you drink that, supposedly it's supposed to soften your uterus. So that way the baby can come out smoother, faster. And like, it's just a smoother process, you know. Your uterus gets softer, so it's easier for the baby to come out. I've been doing that. I've been drinking it. So far I haven't feel like nothing, you know, no difference. But I feel like that's like when you give birth is when you're gonna experience that difference. But I'll definitely give my experience, especially since I'm a first time mom. I've been drinking the raspberry tea since I was like 36 weeks, but not every day, like, because I was scared, like, you know, like, is this gonna take the baby out, you know, because I saw it on TikTok, you see it on Google, online, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. A bunch of pregnant women talk about this, and they just say, like, how it helps you. And I'm just like, oh, you know, like, the baby's gonna come out, the baby's just gonna be coming out, it's gonna fly out, and it's just like, oh, okay, so maybe I shouldn't drink it now. So I was drinking it, like, one day yes, one day no, stuff like that. But now, it's been, like, a week, I've been drinking it, like, every day, every night, you know. I drink it hot, but you can also make it cold. I want to try it cold. I want to try and make like a lemonade with the raspberry tea. Maybe that would be good, but I drink it hot. I drink it natural. I don't put nothing in it. Your body gets swollen. Your feet get swollen. One time my hands got so swollen the other day that I had to take the ring off, and the ring didn't want to come off. And I was like, what the fuck? After you wake up in the morning, your face is like a little swollen too. Because, you know, obviously you have a lot of blood circulating and stuff to go to the baby. Like, your blood is like circulating more, so it could go to the baby, of course. But I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, because some stuff I am complaining about, but not everything, because stuff like that doesn't really bother me. Like, oh, I'm so swollen, like, that don't bother me, you know, like, it's not a big deal. I have to pee, you know. Sometimes it could be like annoying, but it's nothing like that's a really big deal in my opinion. And it feels nice to even say that, like, I have to pee, I'm swollen, you know. It feels nice to be pregnant, you know. It feels nice to have this experience. It feels nice to be carrying your child, and it's something that I'm always going to be grateful for, because not a lot of people are able to have this experience, and that's the reality of it, you know. So for me, I just stay positive. There's obviously days where, you know, I'm just like tired, and I'm just like, Lord have mercy, like, I just can't wait for this baby to come. Obviously for my part and for his part too, so we can see him, you know. Everyone that wants to meet him can meet him, have this experience, have him here, you know. He's here, but, you know, in my hands. So yeah, that's really my pregnancy experience. I don't really have anything else to speak on when it comes to this health wise, but of course emotionally and internally, it's an experience that you will never forget. It's a very unique kind of experience. I'm very grateful for this experience, being excited. I'm gonna remember the whole process of, like, when I first found out to, like, now that it's about to happen. You know, I'm just really enjoying this moment. Like, wow, I'm about to have a baby, I'm about to give birth. Like, this is a really nice moment, you know. And when you go to the hospital, it's gonna be a very nice moment. Obviously I'm gonna be in a lot of pain and stuff, I'm aware of that, but it's gonna be like, wow, you know, I'm gonna meet my baby, like, you know, he's moving while I speak about this, because you really do feel like this connection to your child, and, you know, the excitement and the love that you feel, and all the feelings that you have, because you get very emotional during this whole experience. It's really nice, you know, to be vulnerable, and I just feel like this is an amazing experience I'm never gonna forget. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you got this far into the video, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Something different from me. This is something that I really wanted to talk about and give my opinion on. And I also want to give my opinion on when he arrives and the beginning, the newborn phase, you know, how I dealt with that, because that is also a conversation that a lot of people don't really talk about. So it'll be really nice to speak on that. So thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.